Today's video is all about a self-proclaimed racer and unfortunately killed a mother and her baby who had just come from playing at the park. They were crossing a street called Bayshore Avenue in the United States when they were struck by the racing boys. So what a tragic mistake it can be when Cameron Herrin hit Jessica and her baby Lillia. Not only did he take the lives of two wonderful human beings, one of them having not even lived much at all, but he also took away his own life as well. When he gets out of prison, he's going to be a few years older than 40. He'll never have any work experience. His dream career is going to be gone. Do you have any sympathy for him? Should we have sympathy for him at all? Well, let me know in the comments what you think. This case does have quite a bit of a controversy because he has amassed a huge following on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and pretty much any social media platform that you can think of. Thousands of people are basically disregarding Jessica and Lillia's life and siding with Cameron Herrin himself. Cameron has caused irreversible pain to the victim's family and his own. Cameron Herrin was convicted in killing Jessica Robinault and her 24-month-old daughter, Lillia. Cameron was street racing with his friend and his brother. The mother of the late Jessica said, "I don't want to seem that I don't feel for the Herrin family. I do, but their perspective on what they've lost cannot compare to two sweet souls that were crossing the street from coming home from a park." The three men were charged for street racing, and two of them were charged for the deaths of Jessica and Lillia. Now, if this does sound familiar to you, maybe you've heard about this, maybe you haven't. Regardless, after today, you will know everything you need to make your decision, whether Cameron deserved the 24 years, or maybe you think he deserved a lesser charge. But the twist in this story is, he seems to have amassed a cult following from all over the world. These people have done some amazingly bizarre things, even campaigning to the president to get him out of jail. So let's talk a little bit about the three men who caused this tragedy. The trio graduated from Tampa Catholic High School. John and Cameron graduated on May 21st, 2018, 2 days before the crash. Oddly enough, this is the same high school where accused Seminole Heights serial killer Howell Donaldson attended. Is this a reoccurring theme, or is it just a coincidence? I'm not sure, but it's really strange that two killers came from the same school. Herrin is now 22 years old and is engaged. Believe it or not, his fiancée started dating him after the crash. Talk about red flags, right? Many, many red flags that you just chose to ignore. Like, mayday, mayday. And he's going to be 40 when he gets out, girl. What you thinking? You still have lots of time to change your mind. The car was purchased for him by his parents only 2 days before the incident. Why his parents would buy him such a high-powered, strong weapon essentially is beyond me. There was evidence he was speeding multiple times before this crash, presumably racing. Pulled up a log from Herrin's Mustang that shows just days before the crash, he was going 162 miles per hour on I-75. They say, on the day of the crash, while he was racing with John and his brother, he hit a speed of 101 miles per hour. This was a crash, not an accident. Please be aware of that, said David Robinault, Jessica's husband and Lillia's father. So the speed limit on Bayshore Avenue is 40. A woman called Melissa McKenzie was jogging along the grass median in February of 2004 when she was also killed by a motorcyclist who was driving at 80 miles per hour. Thank goodness the speed limit along Bayshore Boulevard has now been reduced from 40 to 35. Honestly, it shouldn't have taken this long for something to change. Someone was already killed here. Why did two more people have to die? John Barreneau and Cameron Herrin are being charged with vehicular homicide, reckless driving, and street racing. Tristan is being charged with street racing as well. This crime took 2 beautiful lives and left 4 families broken, said State Attorney Andrew Warren. No sentence can repair that damage or bring back the lives lost. But we hope this outcome delivers some comfort and closure for Jessica and Lillia's families. So this is where the bizarre twist takes place. People are actually rallying for Cameron, saying he doesn't deserve jail time. On TikTok, there are billions of videos, probably even more comments asking for lesser jail time. We hear cases like this in the news all the time. People are being murdered for senseless reasons. But this one is a little bit different. With social media taking off the way it has, all these people coming together from all over the world, rallying their support for Cameron, when they really should be rallying for Jessica and Lillia. To me, this seems bizarre. So Cameron began his sentence in April, and by early July, a slew of social media accounts from the other side of the world were releasing a swarm, a digital army in support of him. Comments were tagged Cameron Herrin or Justice for Cameron Herrin. They flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Pages of the 13th Circuit Court, Florida Department of Corrections, the Tampa Bay Times, and several local television news stations. They even tagged the governor, the president, and Oprah. What is Oprah gonna do? Come on, guys. Like, seriously. Get your head together. Give it a little bit of a shake there. It seemed a lot of these accounts were from the Middle East, with a mix of Arabic and English speakers. They were very fond of heart emojis, broken heart emoji, and videos of Herrin reacting to his sentencing, with Britney Spears music and other music, as you can imagine. Fan art was even drawn of him. Videos made of him compiling personal photos set to cutesy music. Unbelievable. Everything you can think of was made for this person. I just want to take a little bit of a moment here. Do you think Cameron deserved 24 years? He was not yet an adult with a fully formed brain. So it takes 25 years for the human brain to fully form. Before that, you're making emotional decisions, not logical decisions. So with that in mind, do you think he deserved 24 years? I would like to hear your answer. I'm honestly confused with the huge amount of support for him. It's very clear that people were outraged at his sentence, and it seemed they did not much think about the 2 lives that were lost. There was also a lot of comments set towards his appearance, like, I love his eyes, he's so cute, oh, I love him, I'll wait for you. And he didn't mean to do it. He didn't wake up that morning thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go kill some people. That was actually a comment somebody made. Like, come on. So by the end of July, there were more than 100,000 tweets about Cameron, probably way more now. But TikTok is where the real wild things are. Videos related to Herrin were viewed 1.7 billion times over. Like, wow, that's unbelievable. Cameron Herrin's mother said it was like people were obsessed over her son. I personally think this is a cult, some sort of, it almost seems like a possession were taken over these people. These people were honestly idolizing Cameron. So Cameron's sentence is going to account for more than half of his life at this point. He was apparently very shocked after hearing his sentence. And also, a lot of people over social media were shocked as well, it would seem. So people have often said they found him too cute to go to prison, and they petitioned for a reduction in his sentence after they found him to be a teenager who committed a mistake. The petition for his sentence reduction received more than 18,000 signatures and was appealed to the president. As of now, the appeal is pending. People wear shirts with his face on it, make fake accounts pretending to be members of his family, and also call his mother at all hours in the middle of the night. They send tons of letters to his house, maybe thousands. First, the support was welcomed and family members liked it, but then it started to become sinister and they realized this was not something that was normal. Family members were being stalked online so personal photos could be stolen. Cameron's fiancée was getting nice supportive messages, but then they turned volatile and abusive, and eventually her account was hacked. These people seem possibly dangerous. When you get an idea in your head, sometimes it can take over. And if you're not careful, it can become overwhelming, and it seems like this persona comes out in some people. I personally don't know how someone can become so attached to A, someone they've never met, and B, a convicted murderer. Of a child, no less. So, what are my final thoughts about this? Cameron Herrin is a boy who comes from a very rich family. He hasn't learned the proper values in life. He doesn't know how to do the right thing, it seems. We know we shouldn't be street racing. The family says he was up at night in turmoil, even screaming in the middle of the night in nightmares. Is that true? I don't really know. It could have been because he knew he had a rough road ahead with the police and court. It could have been guilt, but I don't know. All I know is another 2 human beings have lost their lives when they didn't need to. One of them not even having seen the world, and thousands of people are in outrage for the wrong reasons. What are your final thoughts? I'll see you in the next one.